Sustainable Development Goal number 4 is to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. The COVID pandemic has highlighted and exacerbated inequalities in education. For 500 million students worldwide, remote learning is still out of reach. We spoke to academics, professional staff and Exeter student volunteers about how quality education is being achieved at Exeter and shared outside the university.
Without quality education, we can't really achieve an equal society. Quality education empowers all people to participate in society fully, and this is really necessary to achieve social cohesion, to allow everyone to have agency and control over their lives and their future, for example via participation in the public or the political sphere. And it's also necessary to allow the world to work collaboratively to overcome global challenges like climate change.
For me, a quality education is the education that is right for that person, to allow an individual to achieve the best for themselves. And that might not be university for many, or it might not be university right now for many. A true quality education experience would be sufficient to allow a person to achieve what they need and want, but also to imagine their future and aim for their future goals as well.
I don't think we've got a hope in hell of reaching the goals really, but that's not important. They're aspirational. What's important is that we set out and try and go in the right direction. We know from previous experience that if you set goals, they're often never achieved, but it's fundamentally important that we hold them as a target for the future.
I think that around the world there are still quite a lot of barriers, and they operate to different extents in different societies. And this has been the case across history too. There are underlying structural social inequalities that are still around in all countries all over the world, and these have a great bearing on whether people are able to access education, especially later education and lifelong education. There are barriers in terms of resource, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of geography. Barriers might also be political, they might be social, financial, technological.
So there are small steps being made. We've got some amazing educators who are really working very hard, but it needs to be more mainstream. And I think perhaps COVID has helped in that regard. The move to online has forced everybody to re-examine their teaching, to re-examine the materials that they use. And in many cases, that has made people really think about how their students are viewing the learning and considering the students' learning journey as opposed to the teaching time.
We achieve quite a lot individually, independently, but unless we work together, our outcomes will never be as strong as they could be. No man can work, no woman can work independently to the same extent of success that they can when they do things together. I think that's what we're going to need to overcome the kinds of challenges that stand in our way at the moment.
Hi, my name is Diane and I am a final year economics and politics student at the University of Exeter, and I am the co-project lead of ESP Mentoring for Success, which is a student-led volunteering project that sends university student mentors into local secondary schools to mentor disadvantaged pupils. On a local level, our university student volunteers go into local secondary schools on a weekly basis, and in this past year it's been virtually. And we talk to students about a variety of topics they don't cover in the national curriculum, ranging from personal finances to mental health to citizenship. And the idea is that by enhancing awareness of all of these topics, students can get a more rounded quality education in order to make the most of their futures.